Hi, I'm here for the audition.
Name?
Kyle Keever.
I need your superhero name, not your real name.
A bloody good superhero you're gonna make. You've only been in the costume 5 minutes and you've already given your secret identity away.
I was going to call myself the Perfect Patriot.
Well, that doesn't seem very appropriate. Your costume is a mess. You'll have to think of something else.
Right now? Can't I think of a name after I do the audition?
Sorry, but the rules are clear. You have to have your superhero name before you go on stage. In the event that you get through to the boot camp, the production company can have your name trademarked by the time you get back off stage.
Oh well. In that case, how about... Uncle Sam. What could be more patriotic than that?
I'm sorry, but there is already a well-known comic book character with that name.
Holy intellectual property infringement.
How about Pimp Daddy Patriot?
You are dressed like a pimp, but I'm afraid we're making a conscious effort to play down the pimp and streetwalker themes this year.
Why is that?
Channel 7 have ordered a pilot for America's Got Hose.
The incredible Dr. Farty Pants.
You're not taking this seriously, are you?
Hey, you try sharing an apartment with the big fella and then tell me it's not an appropriate name.
Can I get back to you?
Oh, sure. I have nothing better to do than sit here all afternoon waiting for you to come up with a name that isn't either pathetic or borderline illegal.
Thanks.
That's what we figured.
Okay, you never know when it might come in handy.
On the contrary, I know exactly when it comes in handy.
It's a wad of toilet paper. It's much softer and more luxurious than the kind we have at the apartment.
If we bought the quilted stuff at home, at the rate you use it, we couldn't afford to eat.
It does seem like the natural home for toilet paper.
Thank God you didn't put it in its other natural home.
Okay. It's a wad.
If we bought the quilt...
I feel like I'm starting a collection.
It wouldn't be the first time. At least I won't stumble across it unexpectedly this time.
Okay. It's a wad of...
If we bought...
Third time's the charm.
I'm not sure that applies to shoving toilet paper into a toilet.
I'll take this with me. It might come in handy.
You haven't got a date with Sean Young, have you?
I can't look at one of these without thinking of Jim Carrey plunging himself in that movie.
You'd plunge yourself too if you kissed Sean Young.
How's this for ironic? Using a plunger to clog a toilet.
My God, that is ironic. That's even more ironic than rain on your wedding day.
Okay, I've clogged this sucker up good. Now what?
You really have to ask? Nah, knowing you, you probably do. Don't try this at home, kids.
No fear of that.
Like you need a new way to clog a toilet.
Hey there.
Oh, excuse me. Hi.
Are you here for the auditions?
In a manner of speaking, yes. They call me the Bleeding Heart on account of my political activism.
My name's Kyle.
Just Kyle? That's not a very superhero-ish name.
Well, I was going to be called the Perfect Patriot, but that was before the dye ran in my costume.
How did you manage that?
You know how everything comes out at 40 degrees with Sudzo Biological?
So the advert says.
He found several substances which don't.
Spermicide, pizza sauce, and ant killer.
Under what possible circumstances could you come into contact with all three of those at the same time?
I was trying to come up with recipes for new cocktails.
You haven't lived until you've tasted a barren malignant transfusion. And you may never live again if you drink the whole thing.
Have you seen any other superheroes here?
Or supervillains.
There was a guy here earlier, but he went out to get some fresh air. There's a park a couple of blocks east of here. You'll probably find him there.
So why do you want to win America's Got Superpowers?
To be honest, I'm having a bit of a crisis of confidence. I'm hoping that taking part in the contest will reinvigorate my passion for superheroism.
You said you were having a crisis of confidence. What caused it?
Sometimes I think I only got into the business because of my father.
Was he a superhero too?
No, he was a cop. I come from a family full of Irish cops.
But you're not a cop?
No, I'm not. Fighting crime was the family business, though, so it was a natural progression for me.
So if your heart's not in it, why don't you quit and go back to whatever you did before?
I couldn't. It would feel like a betrayal of everything my father stood for. I would be letting him down.
I'm sure he'd understand if you explained it to him.
Not likely. He's got Irish Alzheimer's. He forgets everything except the grudges.
The lady at the desk says I need a proper superhero name in order to audition. What do you think I should call myself?
Remember that superheroes can be very well known. Millions of people will know you by this name. So be sure to pick something which won't age or go out of fashion.
Yeah, we all remember what happened to Captain Cabbage Patch.
Remember, I was the one who had to scrape him off the pavement.
It should also be something descriptive, something which tells people who you are.
But not too descriptive. I mean, don't call yourself Captain Allergic to Cat Hair or something that's going to come back and bite you in the arse.
So what sums you up, Kyle?
I guess my job is a big part of who I am.
I don't think being a janitor is really going to help you much as a superhero, Kyle.
How did you know I was a janitor?
You look like one.
I told you to stop wearing your hair like that.
Ice cream is a big part of my life.
His waist measurement too.
I don't think America needs another superhero named after ice cream.
Yeah, I think the Tutti Frutti kid spoiled it for everyone.
I'm proud to be an American. That's why I wanted to call myself the Perfect Patriot.
Well, that's something to work with. Everybody loves a Patriot.
Only he doesn't look very perfect anymore, does he? Instead of red, white and blue, he's all shades of violet.
Well, call yourself the Purple Patriot then.
That's a pretty obvious name.
You're not exactly inconspicuous in that outfit, mate. It's perfect.
You look more like a proper superhero than most of these guys. Do you have real superpowers?
In fact, I do. I have super strength, X-ray vision, and flight. All the usual stuff.
Can you leap tall buildings in a single bound?
There's really not much call for that. Most of the time it's easier to just go around.
How did you get your superpowers?
When I was a young girl, we went back to Ireland for a vacation. While I was there, I kissed the Blarney Stone. I don't know quite what happened, but I started developing these special powers soon after that.
Get off. Next you'll be telling us you got special powers when a leprechaun asked you to rub his shillelagh.
X-ray vision sounds way cool. Can you see through everything?
You're asking if I can see through clothing, aren't you?
Yeah.
I can, but I make a conscious effort not to abuse my powers.
I don't think I have as much willpower as you. If Ultimate Vengeance Girl were here right now, I couldn't stop myself taking a peek.
I said I can see through clothing, not silicone.
Bitch slapped.
Can you see through my costume right now?
Like I said, I make a conscious effort not to. Sometimes it's easier than others.
Being able to fly must be the ultimate superpower.
And really useful when you run out of milk late at night.
Well, you'd be surprised how rarely you actually need it when fighting crime. Invisibility or super speed would be much more useful.
But you can get to the scene of crimes really quick.
And avoid getting stuck in the crosstown traffic when it's lunchtime and everyone's racing to get to the stage deli.
It definitely has its uses. Of course, you have to agree to certain rules to get your superhero license when you have the power of flight.
Really? Like what?
Like always landing before answering a call of nature.
Let's talk about something else.
By all means.
I should go. I have an audition to pass.
Good luck.
About my superhero name.
Yes.
I've decided to call myself the Purple Patriot.
That's a dreadful name.
He's a dreadful superhero.
Well, I suppose it is descriptive.
And you're not exactly overloaded with quality applicants this afternoon.
This standard has dropped a little this year.
I can't help thinking that last year's winner getting eviscerated live on air at his victory parade by Captain Kit Katana might have put one or two people off.
It was so sad. He didn't even have time to release his album of R&B covers.
Fine, you can go in. But if anyone asks how you got past me, I'll claim that you chloroformed me, okay?
Yeah. Just like every girl who ever went to bed with me.